Welcome back to Heavy Rain. Ethan!
Whoa!
Ethan!
Stop it with the
Stop
close-ups.
it, David!
Jesus. You know about David Cage. He is so much like M. Night Shyamalan. I'm surprised he doesn't cast himself in his games.
Actually, he did that in Indigo Prophecy. He was the tutorial character.
Oh.
Oh
my god.
Wasn't he in that little special video at the end where they were all dancing?
Yeah, that too. He also put himself in the dancing video.
You have to guess what it is.
Okay.
Wow, gee, I wonder what that looks like.
And yes, these choices that I'm making don't mean anything. The chapter just goes on like the exact same
David
way.
Cage game.
I guess the only difference is if you get it right, it just pats you on the back saying, "Well done, you're a good boy."
So yeah, ever since Jason died, ever since Jason died, Ethan has been getting psychiatric
I have the
help.
results of your MRI scan.
Why are we in a church?
Everything seems to be normal.
I know, right?
There is
I
no
have no
physical
idea
damage
what
from
kind
the
of psychologist has an office like this.
However,
Seriously,
I am worried about your
where am I?
psychological condition.
Jova, you have to
No, it's
remember,
not easy, but
David
you've got
Cage
to
has never
start
left his
over,
house. He
Okay,
You're
then,
not
in that case,
responsible for what happened.
objection, Your Honor! Your Honor!
It's my
The
fault
defendant,
Jason is
well,
dead.
okay, David Cage here is seeming
He'd still be
to
alive
think
if I
that
didn't look out for
psychologists
him.
and clergymen are the same
was
thing.
an accident.
When in reality, no.
Accidents
And
happen
if
every
anything,
day.
having this sort of decor
You can't blame
in a
yourself
psychiatric
forever for your
ward
son's
is
death.
really only for certain cases. Seeing as how in other cases, it would
Shaun?
actually be sort of, how shall I say, not really put up how religion
he's
can be a
really
rather mental
unhappy.
thing. People can be
Just
sensitive about that,
can't
not to mention the
understand
fact that
why
this is a flipping church
seem
we're
unable
in.
to-
What
Seriously!
I'm more concerned
What
about
about you,
is
Ethan?
why that
do you
person, the
feel?
psychologist, looks super creepy.
Jova, you have to.
You see,
Jova,
David Cage seems to be very awful with
Jova.
modeling anyone who listens to Ellen
No
Page.
longer want
Jova,
Yes,
no-
go on, Pedro.
Jova, David Cage has no idea how
I have
reality
no reason
works.
to
You
continue.
have to remember that.
He doesn't
What do you
leave
do
his
for your
house,
son,
remember?
Sean?
Anyway,
Like, all the times you
Seriously,
see him at
Jason.
events, it's
Mis-
just a hologram.
Mr. Mars, I've been
doesn't
examining
need
you
a
for
father like me.
for a few years now, and I still have a mind-boggling question. How did you survive
Is
that
there
car
something
crash
else
again?
you wanted
Because
to
you were
tell
kind
me,
of
Ethan?
Hint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not him getting psychiatric help, it's the doctor, because he's that confused.
You see, Doctor. Ever since Jason died, every time someone talks to me, I get these weird
broken
words that
pieces
circle around
of
my head
split
and won't
personality
stop until I actually
after concussion.
say something.
And I keep
Like,
seeing
doing
prompts
things
to
but having no
push the
memory
X
what
button
they've
or the
done.
circle button. It's
Like
like I'm in a
somebody else had been
PlayStation
doing
game.
You see, this is why. Yeah.
I'm seeing QuickTime
We know
events,
that in
making them
certain
stop.
cases, a violent touch to the brain can cause
And then I
serious
get the vision
psychological
that there's a
disturbances,
man who speaks
like
in broken
schizophrenia, for
American, a French man.
That's the end of this session. We'll continue this conversation next
Yeah,
week.
yeah, Doctor. Let's not dwell
I'm
on
totally
the.
American.
Yeah, sure, Doctor. Let's not.
Ego.
Yeah,
Okay,
You're
okay.
lucky, Ethan.
Hold on, Joe. I'm saying.
Very
Was
rare
that
to
sign
survive
supposed to
such a
say
traumatic
ego
accident.
there?
Yes, it says. That's David Cage's ego.
Yeah,
right there.
it's rare that you survive such a dramatic accident from a slow-moving vehicle.
What was I gonna say?
Yes?
Oh yeah.
Something you want to say?
You.
No?
I lost my train of thought because
that's
you
it.
keep interrupting me.
He didn't have something to say, but Pedro had something to say.
Oh, sorry, Pedro. Sorry.
What was I gonna? Oh yeah.
Do you want to eat
Oh, wait.
something?
Looks like a very dark and murky day to be out playing in the park.
So yeah.
This is
How
what
did
life
things
is
go at
like
school
here,
today?
because everyone's
The
miserable.
teacher yelled at me for being late again.
Aww,
She's
so
gonna send me home the next
sad.
time it
And
happens.
I don't give a shit.
I'm sorry about that, Sean. Next time, we'll really pull it together, okay?
Maybe you should.
Don't you think you should maybe be disciplining your son? Like maybe he's doing
Something the
something
matter,
wrong?
No.
Well, he is a small child, so if he's late,
No, you
it's the
see,
fault
no,
of the
no,
person
no,
who
no,
takes him to
Well,
school.
that's the
rather
sad
than...
thing. That's the sad thing, Joe.
Aren't you gonna
Sean
go
is
play
kind
with
of
the
an
other
asshole
kids?
because if you try to, like, for
I don't
example,
feel
remember how
like it.
in the previous chapter while we were at home, I decided to let Sean, stay up late and watching more TV.
Yeah.
Well, if I specifically tell him, no, Sean, it's your bedtime, you have to go, he will get mad at me.
Boomerang?
And if
how to
and
use
if I
it?
don't do
No,
and if I don't
not
do
really.
some of the
I
stuff
can
he
never
wants,
make it come
he will
back.
just he
Can I
will
give it a
flat out
try?
tell me something like he confronts me with Jason's death and he says it's my fault and shit like that.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Just because the godfather doesn't let him stay up?
Yes.
Well, since his father let him stay up late, it's his fault he was late for school then, because the kid probably didn't wake up.
That's probably why. That's probably why Ethan is so lenient toward what Shaun does, because he doesn't want to be, accused and stuff like that.
Are all the parts of this playthrough going to start with a creepy close-up of our characters' faces?
Wait. So let me get this straight.
Well, that's the loading screen,
is-
Greg.
Scary eyes.
That's the loading screen, Gleb. The loading screens are always
you
that.
did
So
it, Dad.
Do you want to give it a try?
I won't be able
Pedro,
to
we
do
do
it.
in fact have a
Come on,
kid
let's try it
character
together.
who is
Now, the
who
main
is
thing
actually
is
boxed
get the right position
enough
at the
to
beginning.
use the death of his own
And you gotta
brother
throw it
on his
straight
father
and
just
a
to get his
little to the
father to
right.
give him special privileges.
yes.
Wow! I never thought I'd see it, but David Cage has actually made even kids a needless jerk.
Throw it.
Yep. Again,
And then the kid hits some elderly person in the head.
this is supposed
And
to
then
be
we're supposed to
again. This is David Cage. Again, this is
get
David
it.
Cage's
I get
idea
it, Dad.
of emotional
job,
depth, just
Shaun.
having us perform
See?
menial tasks.
That wasn't so hard.
No, David, this is not.
Are you
gonna
trying
make-
to break the kid's neck?
This is not gonna make me emotionally connected to the characters. I mean, character development makes me emotionally connected to characters, not menial tasks. I get.
Or at least characters that are fun to watch.
I get.
Hey, now how funny would it be?
I get
Hey,
it.
now how funny would it be if it turned out that Shaun was the Origami Killer just for the sake of, him being an a-hole and all?
Don't actually, Joe. We're gonna meet a fan of the Origami Killer later on in this game. So
A fan?
yeah.
I wonder though, wouldn't that be quite a twist if it were Shaun, have the kid be the killer?
Plot twist, Sonic the Hedgehog's the Origami Killer.
So Shaun. Okay, fine, whatever.
Wait, is he the Origami Killer?
Who's
No,
Sonic?
No, he's not.
Oh, Shaun.
Oh, who said Sonic?
I.
Man.
must,
Because I don't like.
uh,
Why
I
can't we
can't get up from the bench.
What was up with that there?
so basically,
His knees somehow switched off.
So basically, in classic David Cage fashion, I'm grounded and I have to play some menial tasks with my son in order for the game to allow me to move on with the story.
He's even folding his arms like he's being punished.
So yeah, let's play on the seesaw dice.
I haven't been on a seesaw. in a
Seesaw
long time.
now.
What do you
Yes.
think?
Because David.
Are we gonna have to... Oh, do we have to just...
Again, is this a story-driven game or a life sim? David, if I want to play a life sim, I'd go play The Sims or something.
I know. The problem, according to David Cage, this is supposed to be like you're supposed to feel like you're the actual father.
Oh, I can make you fly, alright, kiddo.
I certainly don't feel like a father.
Yeah, I know. This is the thing. Like these menial, I'm supposed to feel like I'm the actual father
I
playing
feel like
with
I'm
my
this
kid,
kid's
my son.
servant, is what I feel like from this
I know.
scene.
I know.
I think that's how most parents feel, Jova.
This is why I kind of like Beyond Two
Was that a
Souls.
little girl's laugh?
This is why I kind of like Beyond Two Souls better than this because
No.
it is
Watch
where-
sir, this is going beyond even that.
Okay. At least Beyond Two Souls didn't waste as much of our time.
Though it was apparent, was it more painful?
For Joba it was, but I found it funny.
Yeah,
I find it funny.
you're right.
Indigo Prophecy is still by far my favorite David Cage game.
This is an extremely miserable universe.
Okay, so I have to wait for him to sit
Tell
down.
me about it. I mean, seriously, what's up with the sky? Why is it always...
Even the sky's bored.
I mean, seriously, with the way science... Yeah, I mean, seriously, those clouds look like the start of a thunderstorm.
Oh god,
Like, should people be taking cover or something?
Alright,
so
guys,
fast
I
you
know we're
won't be
going
able to stay
slow,
on.
but don't worry, this is the last
Great.
one.
Not only am I bored, but I'm also going to
Okay, my video buffer, where are we?
9:33, 4.
Go to 10 minutes. You're not missing anything.
Hold on, actually, I'll be right back.
Alright then.
He's gone to bang his head against the wall, probably.
Alright, guys, let's play on the merry-go-round.
Oh, and yes, Shiroy, sorry
Come
to
on,
burst your bubble,
Dad.
but that was just
Fast
me.
as you can.
I know.
Oh my god, his face.
Faster! Faster!
You're gonna go into hyperspace at this rate.
Faster!
You know what? Tie it to the
88
thing,
miles
spin it
an
around.
hour.
Ah, his face. Uncanny Valley.
I didn't need to sleep tonight.
I can't cut die out.
That laugh and that face.
Yeah.
It's horror movie
hell.
material.
Oh,
I can't cut
my
die
head is
out.
spinning.
Good training for astronauts,
Oh.
Yes, he actually said that.
And I thought the Sonic Ghost of people the time Sonic games said that were bad.
City.
Alright, leave! Yes! Thank you!
though. Looks like rain's coming. I think
What?
you better go.
Okay.
Now it looks like rain's coming?
Yep.
It looks like rain's coming.
Now?
David Cage, our Lord and Savior, commanded it.
You know,
It's heavy
sometimes I
rain.
remember before.
So we gotta have rain.
I mean, when Jason
Just like in
was
Fahrenheit,
here,
where we have to have
No,
snow.
I mean,
sometimes I
the
wish
clouds have
everything
been
could
like,
just be the way it was
damn.
before.
Me too, Shaun. Me too.
So yeah, so far the music's the best part of the game.
Honestly, yeah, I find the music in this game to be quite forgettable. Honestly, a lot of times I barely even notice it.
In terms of competency.
Yeah, sure. It's not
It's
bad.
not bad.
What are
It's
you
not like
doing?
boom
Coming.
in the sense. It's nice when you're playing the game, but then after that you just sort of what soundtrack?
I still think Beyond Two Souls had a very good soundtrack. I know a lot of people disagree, but
Was it done by the same
Hey,
guy who
Dad,
did this
can I have
one?
a ride
What
on the
part of it?
carousel?
no, it was
Can
done by
I?
Lauren Balfe and Holland Zimmer.
Sure.
And
Go
no,
pick a
it doesn't
horse
have
and
the
get on. I'll get a ticket.
or it's more sweeping orchestral music.
One, please.
Wait,
That's valid.
Hans, why don't you do that more often instead of deafening us with dubstep?
I'll show you the main theme after we're done with this. But for now, let's keep focus on Heavy Rain.
Because it's raining.
Here
It's
we go.
funny.
I'm so bored. I'm just tossing a ball back and forth.
Don't worry, Dwebs. We're about to see something happening, and we're about to.
What's happening? Yeah, suddenly gas came from the clouds and
here we
the
go.
plants, and everyone was deafened. Everyone
Oh,
died.
I'm tripping balls, man.
It looks like he's derping.
This is one of those blackouts he usually has. Oh yeah, I forgot. Wow! And now we're suddenly here.
And then
Anyway, guys, I'm back. What time are we at?
12:58,
Go to
12:59.
Okay.
Go to 13 minutes and 30.
Okay.
Why
Wait,
is
I'm
he
at-
saying Shiwa is online again?
Whatever. Let's
Yeah,
just 13
it
minutes.
is.
And 30.
Anyway, I'm at 13 minutes and 4 seconds.
No, I just
No,
changed the
no,
thing.
you have to go to 30, Joe.
Go to 13:30, Joe. We said.
We already.
I'm at
30.
13:35 now.
Press
Okay.
X
So-
to Shaun.
Okay, just stay there. Yes, we're doing press X to Shaun now. Anyway, hold on.
He's not going
Jova.
to die, is he?
And
3, 2, 1, click.
there you go. So yeah, basically, Jova, while you were gone, Ethan had another one of his black.
To
Ethan
be
had.
fair, when he's shouting it, he actually sounds a bit more genuine than the last guy.
Ethan had one of the most. Ethan had one of his blackouts, and during that blackout, he lost Shaun. So now press X to Shaun.
Let me guess, Shaun. Why did Shaun run away?
No, he didn't run away. He got kidnapped by the Origami Killer.
Oh, did we see who the Origami Killer was?
No.
No, we only find that out near the end of the game. It's the big plot twist of the game. So
Oh,
Game
plot
was a twist.
yes, and it's quite M. Night Shyamalan stupid in nature.
Let me
Pedro,
guess.
didn't you say only one child dies in game, kind of?
Yeah, no, don't worry. Shaun. Well, Shaun can die if I let him die. But
So is this an opportunity where you can let him die, or?
Here it is. Dwebs, pay attention. I know you're gonna love this one.
Oh boy.
So tell me, Pedro, do you like Shaun as a character?
No.
So you're going to,
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Overacting.
gonna pick up
Overacting.
origami, is he?
Overacting coming in 3, 2.
Why does he have his mouth?
What?
I know, right? I know, right? His mouth immediately.
God.
His mouth
does look like that.
Yeah, I immediately reminded myself.
Why did you have to bring in Godfather Part 3? This wasn't bad enough.
I know, but how could I not? I mean, that mouth.
What'd you say, Joba?
Is Godfather Part 3 any good?
No, it's not. But yeah, I had to.
Who's this guy?
Norman Jayden.
Man.
Norman Jayden, our FBI investigator. You know, we did the attorney
He looks
thing.
so much like younger Ethan for some reason. Why is that?
Now we're at the police station.
Because I don't know, he just does.
Because lazy animation?
Actually no, he just looks like exactly like the actor who plays him, so blame actress.
I thought you were going to say Leighton.
Okay guys, so...
Do you think it's going to take long?
Well, it is heavy rain, sir, so I'm sure it will. Alright, let's play a game, shall we guys?
Let's play straight in the tie. Oh.
We're going to play a mobile game. Oh, not.
Wait, so when did this turn into it's the Matrix again?
Alright, so we're gonna play a
What is the glove for?
Let's put some
Wait,
virtual
oh my
reality.
god, this is Afina Sykes! Seriously, he's got the same glove as Afina Sykes does!
Let's play
but Athena's a much more likable character.
And interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, let's play...
So it's basically the equivalent of a phone app game.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, can Athena do this with her,
All right, I'll give you that one, David. I'll give you that one.
Okay, David, that was
pretty
actually funny.
The guys just look at him like, what the fuck?
See, David, David, you should really just change the genre of your games to humor. Imagine how much more popular and better reception they would get.
Yeah.
Well, this got a good reception.
Yeah.
I know.
So far, I don't know why, but
I'll give David Cage this. I guess this.
Not only did it get a good, not only was it critically acclaimed and sold well, it also won fucking the British people actually gave this game best game of the year award. Oh,
I apologize
on behalf of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland and the Channel Islands.
I mean, beating Mass Effect 2 are one thing, but also
cancel all appointments for this afternoon.
Uncanny Valley strikes again.
What is this guy trying to do?
The Uncanny Valley here is close to rivaling Food Fight.
Jaden, of course, we've been expecting you.
So this is my boss.
Do you mind tagging along? We can talk.
My God, his forehead is ungodly huge.
It is, isn't it?
Wait. Is he trying to be Italian or something? It sounded like he was trying to do a Godfather-esque accent there.
I don't think so, no.
Fortunately, today we have some
Remember, Joe, but these are French actors trying to sound American. That's where the accents come from. This morning. And that cop is and did you notice that cop?
But that's the weird thing. It's like, but that's the weird thing is that this guy in the suit, the black suit, he actually didn't sound French accenty. He sounded more
To be frank with you,
he sounded more Italian Godfather-esque.
Anyway, did you notice how that black cop went through us?
Crept up on us, and it's fast becoming a national concern.
Yeah. Why are we straightening this guy's tie?
Because he can't do it himself, so we have to do it for him.
This guy is exotic.
Riveting.
Flowers and origami figures. Work that one
There's
out.
a gameplay mechanic for me to make someone's tie.
Suddenly become the center of the universe.
No, you've seen everything, Jova.
I'm here to arrest a serial killer. With all due respect, sir, the rest of it...
I'm sorry. I mean, all I can really focus on the scene is will he or will he not manage to get the tie tied? Oh yeah, there's something about a killer.
All I'm asking is that you make progress.
What the fuck are you doing with your hands, Norman?
The press want a perpetrator, and we're gonna have to serve him up on a silver
What is it with this
platter.
Jaden Norman guy looking like one of those unslept guys with bags under his eyes?
I know, right?
Is he supposed to be like one of those reclusive kind of characters?
Well, he's a drug addict who's been around
Check in on the
minutes.
press conference if you're
Oh
interested.
boy, here we go.
Miss anything?
David B. Cage's cliche again. Drug addict.
You miss Norman Jayden tying his boss's tie.
I saw that a little bit, but it didn't seem.
It was such a riveting scene.
Anyway, so basically,
You know what would have been more interesting if he'd have choked him with the tie.
I know, right? Anyway, basically, we're going to go to our office so we can analyze our evidence. I was thinking that maybe I could...
Quite a...
Hi, guy. Do you mind if I walk into your chair?
It's alright.
Nice
Oh,
watch.
yeah, the watch. Remember this watch. It's going to be important
it's the
for
present
later.
we offer to our new lieutenants.
Why do you have the text? We already know what it
It
says.
optimizes everybody's time, and it's a kind of...
No,
I guess
you see the webs, you see the webs.
You
It's
can
because
contribute to our
subtitles,
fund if
because
you like,
if
or
you were
still
playing
feel
this,
unsure.
like, let's say, imagine if I played this with Portuguese subtitles, it would appear in Portuguese, you know.
Congratulate
The
Larry
reason the
on my
subtitle is
behalf.
there, it's for the sake of, you know,
I'll be sure to
having
do
the
that,
subtitle there in case you're playing the game in another language.
But why do they give
Captain
us a
Perry
subtitle
said
in
you could show me to my
English?
office.
No,
When, you know,
It's because the way they did it is they created a subtitle which subtitled everything. They just subtitled every single minor thing and then just translated it into multiple languages, not altering subtitles according to, you know.
Yeah, but even still, other subtitles I've seen never go to that extent.
Well, whatever. I don't
This-
really. Now you're just nitpicking.
This is my office?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why I
yeah,
sold the
yeah.
tape.
I admit to that.
If you
My
need
bad.
anything, you know where to find me.
Yeah, refurbishment is what he needs.
So yeah, this is my office.
It's shit.
Why does he have the boring, awful office?
Because
Okay.
Is his life supposed to suck or something?
I guess.
Seriously, it almost looks like a jail cell.
They actually, that's the plot twist. They actually put him in jail because
All right, Job, are you ready to cross-check some evidence?
Really?
Yes.
dun dun dun.
And by cross-checking evidence, I mean and by cross-checking evidence, I mean
Clicking X to check evidence.
No, click on every piece of evidence until the game decides you're done.
Dun 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 dun
Wow.
dun.
So yeah, that was No Country for Old Man-esque. Why did we have to see all of that?
Because
Why do you have to brush the stuff off?
because
of his
the
desk?
because the
Step
Coen
one.
brothers stepped into this part
Change the
for some
office.
reason.
So we're just gonna loiter here, look at some things, and then leave.
Alright, virtual reality time. So guys, which scenery should I pick?
Pick the one with the planets.
I just
I
said
have
that.
no idea what the.
And
I-
play the Doctor Who theme.
No, this is actually my favorite one because it reminds me of Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, interesting. So, do we ever get to see what the others look like?
No. Well, the autumn, the leaf one looks like autumn, and the other one looks like Mars, basically.
Now he looks
I
like
guess
what?
Mars?
He looks
yeah,
like Cyclops now.
All right, so let's check my evidence. The trenches, or tire. The tires.
I guess it's.
The killer's
Well,
car
I
is
guess
probably a
this is
Chevrolet
practical. I
Malibu
mean,
83.
making it so that in your glasses it looks like you have a special background, even though, as far as we know, he can only see what's in front of him.
Origami figure.
I mean,
No
sure,
prints
this
or
is
specific
interesting, but
clues.
this seems rather
Nothing much to
impractical
go
with the
on.
background thing.
Well, the background thing is
And
just to make
very
it more
jarring.
pretty. It's just more. to make
Actually,
it-
no, not Cyclops. He reminds me of Daredevil.
A common species. That doesn't help much.
Well, shit.
Oh yeah, speaking of
Let's
Daredevil,
see.
you guys gonna watch the Netflix series
Netflix series of what?
Daredevil?
There's a Netflix series of that coming?
Yeah, in April, I think.
I
Whatever.
don't know.
All right, so now that we've checked our clues, let's
So-
check our files.
Why does he need to be in his office to do all this?
No, he doesn't. He's just that, you know, for the sake of privacy and shit like that. So you can focus.
I guess. I can only imagine what people. I can only imagine how
All
people would
boys,
look at him if they
aged
saw him
between
doing
9
all
and
this.
13.
Sir, why is he tapping his
No
arms
signs
in
of
the
violence.
air?
And by the way, yes, ladies and
The
gentlemen,
victims disappear
Arigos,
from
and
public
they're called the
places in
Arigos,
broad
that's why we have
daylight.
the Ari on right there in
No
the
one
top right
notices
corner.
anything.
The Arigoses will never be explained. He just has them.
Bodies
Apparently, we're
found
supposed to
3 to
believe that
5
the
days
FBI has
later.
technology like this. Do they, Joe?
Drowned.
You mean Matrix technology, which we... Okay, look, maybe we have stuff like, say, a virtual boy, like, Okay. I guess the closest thing to this is Oculus Rift. But it can't do all this.
An orchid on the chest.
Unless it's in Secret Services technology, which, I probably wouldn't know about then because it's Secret Services, I don't think people really put this much money into magical glasses that can do all this.
Exactly. They should have at least gave some kind of explanation to where the glasses came from.
And one more thing also, if we were actually putting money into these glasses, we would actually give them to several people as opposed to, say, just one person in each district.
Yeah, it's not like this is dangerous technology or anything, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason given for why only he has these glasses. I mean, it would... How much... I mean, seriously, wouldn't it solve the problem quicker if you had, like, several people with this technology?
To be fair, this is these are probably the best parts of the game where we're actually analyzing shit. It's scripted.
True.
You're not really figuring out anything. You're just clicking on things until the game decides you're done. And I'm done.
I want to say that you're right. This does feel like the most.
Basically, what I did is I'm supposed to For some reason, I opened the clues again. Don't mind me. I'm just.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
basically... What are you doing? The game told you you're done. Why are you doing this?
Because you want to waste our time.
Oh, it is. I remember now. Yeah, because I wanted to establish that there's only just one origami store in town. That's what we established. From combining the files with the clues, if we basically selected that's one of our, because we're assuming that the killer lives near that origami store. So, yeah.
What if the killer just makes his own origamis?
The orchid is a common species. It can be found at any flower shop.
Indeed.
No kidding.
Okay,
yeah, Pedro, I think I see what you're getting at. Yeah, these parts do seem like the best parts, and actually, Norman Jayden actually seems to be the best character so far.
Oh, thank God, he stopped trying to be Tom Cruise.
Actually, not really.
Oh.
Uh-oh. So I guess the game's about to actually make something to make him seem rather...
Sure, are you still there?
What the...
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think? What are your thoughts on Ari?
I gotta go wash my face.
Yeah,
I agree.
Alright, so basically what's happening... I will admit, I like the way David is directing this particular sequence, because this actually does feel... This sequence actually does make me feel like I'm tripping balls, because of the way it's shot. I will give David that. I do like this sequence.
Take Trip-toe.
And I like this music track in the background.
I'm determined to try to not take the drug, so I'm gonna try to go to the washroom so I can, put some water on my face.
Yeah.
Is everything alright, sir? Okay, I'll just leave you.
No one must see.
Wow, he's really... I will give it this. I do like the way David is directing this scene. He does a good job.
David, you can do some pretty decent things.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay,
I hate to admit it, but Norman Jayden actually seems to be a legit character
I'll be honest.
in a David Cage story.
I'll be honest.
Wow.
I'll be honest. I don't know whether the actor's hands are twitching or if that's just a glitch. Then he decided to...
No.
I think that
it happens all the time. It's supposed to be like that.
Why did a woman come into a... never mind.
Now over the top view for no reason whatsoever. And guess what? Since I managed to, wash away my drug addiction, Norman is gonna join the interrogation of Ethan.
What happens if you take the drug?
If he takes the drug, he'll just stay there in his office and he won't appear here.
That's sad.
Don't worry. Okay, whatever.
Wait. Why are they interrogating me?
No, he came to the police because of Shaun's
I went to the park with my son, Shaun. We played together for a while, and then he wanted to go on the car.
It'd be funny if the aggressive cop immediately suspects him of kidnapping his own son.
Funny story, Joe.
Exactly.
I just called something, didn't I?
Yes,
try to remember exactly.
Blake is gonna basically try to pin this on Ethan. Based on nothing else but the fact that
come on!
I'm not even kidding. That's what's gonna happen.
Should I? I shouldn't even fight it at
4:15.
this point. I'm
Yeah,
doomed
that's it,
to be able to
4:15. I
call
remember
these
exactly because
things,
I looked
aren't
at the clock
I?
in the park when we arrived.
What was your son wearing when he
That is normal.
disappeared?
Whether
He was
it's-
wearing a coat.
A beige
Whether it's
coat.
this game or Final Fantasy
A beige
15.
Basically, what happens
pair of
is, if I
pants.
remember
What happens
everything,
if you remember it wrong?
if I
A
do
pair of
remember,
pants.
if I remember
Black pants.
everything, I will.
How could Shaun have
I will
disappeared
get a
without you
trophy.
even
If I
noticing?
don't, I don't
Weren't
get a
you
trophy.
right by the carousel?
Aside from that, there's no.
Oh. So it doesn't even affect the story?
No, just it's just for a trophy.
I can't remember exactly.
Oh,
It
that
all
is
happened so
sad.
fast.
You say you
AKA an
took your son to the
achievement in
park
case you're an
after
Xbox
school.
player.
But you didn't report him missing until
Come
8:15.
on, David Cage!
Why did it take you so
This
long
is
to
begging
contact
for
the
you
police?
to have it be story relevant.
I don't know. I
I
panicked.
panicked.
I didn't
My
know what
mouth
to do.
just went all
Did
Al
Shaun have any
Pacino on me.
particular difficulties, Mr. Myers? Anything that might have caused him to run away?
Shaun is a sensitive
Yeah,
child.
and an asshole.
Our relationship has been a little difficult recently.
Because he's an a-hole.
Everything okay at school? Any particular problems between you and your wife?
My wife left me because
Okay, the
My
guy's
wife and I
accent
have
just
been
slipped there for a
separated
bit.
the last 6
Yeah.
months. But Shaun would not have gone off without telling his mother or me.
Sure he would.
yeah, his wife separated
All right.
because
That's all the questions I have for now. You're free to go, Mr. Mars. We'll continue to look for Shaun overnight. We'll contact you.
Is there
if
a
we have
This
more
isn't
questions.
even an interview room in a police station. They're in like the reception
Do you
room.
think the
it looks
Origami
like,
Killer...
if you remove the cabinets.
Yeah.
Listen,
Again,
your
David
son's
Cage has
probably
never
just
been in
run
a
off
police
and he'll
station,
turn up
so he
in a
doesn't know
couple
how
hours.
these things work.
But what if it is the Origami Killer?
Well, then we have about 4 days to find him alive.
Wow. You sound very
Really?
concerned. You sound very
I
concerned.
sense
David.
the urgency in your voice.
Yeah, I know, right?
You sound rather nonchalant about the fact that the kid is a cheater.
we got 4
Wow.
days
And-
to find him.
Come
and
on,
now,
David!
and now, ladies and gentlemen,
Did they find
and now, ladies and gentlemen, his wife, his ex-wife, being a
No,
bitch.
nothing yet. But they're gonna keep looking through the night.
Do they think it's the origami?
Let me guess, she's gonna immediately go forward and yell on him, saying, "It's all your fault,"
it's still
and this
too
or
early
that.
to say.
And I knew I should have had him. Or
Those
kept
are not
with him.
her,
But it
those
is a
are not her
possibility.
exact words, but she might as well.
Question.
Wait, here comes.
What happened, Ethan? How could you lose Shaun like that? You should never have taken your eyes off him. I mean, for God's sake, how hard is it to keep your eye on a child in the park? Why did you leave him,
Hey,
Ethan?
why didn't you hold on to him then?
Wasn't it enough losing Jason?
Oh, God, that's a low blow.
Now, the thing is, she is partly,
Really?
actually very much responsible because this man has been having rolling blackouts for a long time. So should he even be allowed custody of a child?
Oh, actually, that reminds me.
Alone?
I remember.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. She raised a point, but true. But I remember what I was gonna say back during the psychologist part when Job interrupted me. Yeah, sure, doctor. Let's not try to investigate into these blackouts he's having now. I'm sure those aren't important.
Wait. So let me get this straight. He's been having psychotic help, yet it's not based around the blackouts?
No.
No, it's not.
What? What? Why? Isn't that like the equivalent of being a police cop and then,
Jova,
ignoring a crime?
Jova, you know the answer to that question.
David Cage.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, in the next part, we're gonna get ourselves some full frontal nudity. So look forward to that.
Oh boy.
Great. It's going to the next stage.
See you then.
Yeah, see you then.